call to order the public hearing and regular session, Cape Charles Civic Center, 500 Tazewell Avenue, June 1st, 2021. Gonna have a call to order, roll call for the
Grossman present.
McCoy present.
Stroh present.
Holloway present.
Buda present.
Diaco present.
we have a quorum.
Roll call, Cape Charles Town Council.
O'Brien present.
Palmer present.
Holloway present.
Grossman present.
London, no witness established.
All right, I'd like to introduce our new town planner. This is Ben Sullivan. Welcome.
Thank you.
At this time, we'll stand for an invocation, a moment of silence. Join me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Cape Charles Planning Commission and Town Council will hold a joint public hearing on Tuesday, June 1st, 2021 at 6 p.m. in the Cape Charles Civic Center, 500 Tazewell Avenue, to receive comments on proposed text amendments to the Cape Charles zoning ordinance. A, Article 2, definitions. B, Article 8, historic district overlay. These two items will be discussed at the regular meeting of the Planning Commission immediately following the public hearing and brought to a vote for recommendation to the Cape Charles Town Council. Do we have anybody that signed up?
I don't have anyone signed up, but I do have two that were submitted. Proposal. Historic District Review Board. First, I think the board should have guidelines for themselves before they consider guidelines for the homeowners of Cape Charles. By this, I mean they should remember three words in their decision-making: reasonable, practical, and consistent. Everyone knows that when you buy historic or not, a budget is most always in the thinking of the new homeowners. Most time, that budget is the determining factor in the upgrades being made. The board should never assume there are unlimited funds, which I have the sense they do assume this, so guidelining themselves should be their primary goal before each meeting. Contributing and non-contributing, well, that goes a long way in the determination of how far the board takes their guidelines. As far as telling a homeowner what they can or cannot use is a little too finite. As far as what width siding they have to use or what thickness is going a little too far. And hardy board, as opposed to other materials that are just as durable and still looks the same as the rest in the neighborhood, seems reasonable and practical to me. Chimneys, have heard that some are allowed and some have been turned down for removal. Makes no sense. Inside a residence that has no function and impedes passage through a doorway, denied. As long as the above roof level can be seen, why can't the inside part be removed? Has no function, cannot be seen from the outside, and has no function. Some had been approved and others denied. Makes no sense. If a home is on the registry of historic home, then I think someone, be it the real estate agent, the town, or town planner, should make the homeowner aware of differences in the guidelines that apply. Not everyone is savvy when it comes to what the differences are in contributing and non-contributing guidelines. I do think that the board should take seriously and consider that everyone who buys a house here doesn't have unlimited resources to buy the most expensive materials, but does have the possibility to get a good quality product for a lot less money and still make a presentable look to their house. Submitted by Janet Dudley. This is Edward Wells, HDRB Chairman. June 1st, 2021. I would like to address the mayor, town council, planning board, and town manager. I would like to thank you all for your time and efforts put into the town. I would first like to start by stating some facts about the Historic Review Board, HDRB. From May of 2020 until today, June 1st, 2021, 1 year's time, we held 18 total meetings, 103 total pre-applications and final certificates of appropriateness, 1,892 total pages of documents, plans, diagrams, photos, and material descriptions. I and the board personally have spent hours not only reading through this material, but also physically inspecting applicants' properties, not trespassing. All of this time and effort and only one appeal to council. My point being, I believe we on the board are cognizant of the facts of evolving building practices and materials. I believe we are working with the town residents and businesses in a fair and reasonable manner on a case-by-case basis. I do not agree with having one gratuitous meeting, a questionable survey, and a preconceived notion of a historic philosophy. I do not agree with some of the Cape Charles Historic District guiding philosophy. Some of the assumptions are not consistent with current guidelines. We, HDRB, do not stop homeowners or business owners from making changes to their property, which is implied in the new philosophy. I never considered HDRB guidelines as law, again implied. To start changing current wording in the guidelines, specifically synthetic material, and using the appropriate metric, that it has a genuine, authentic appearance such that a typical observer would not be able to discern a visual difference from the original material design from any public right-of-way. This metric is too broad a scope. What is a typical observer? What is in historical appearance is one may not be to another. It has the potential for too many different opinions in which we try to base conclusions on. I think the guidelines should be revised and updated by persons with an architectural historic background, along with historic renovators, builders, and contractors with backgrounds with building materials and uses. In the current guidelines, in the introduction, it states these guidelines are tailored to your community. They are based on extensive study of Cape Charles Historic District, including the types of buildings in the district, their condition, and the current policies and goals of the town. Thank you, Ed Wells. And that is all I have.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion that we close public hearing.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
All in favor? Opposed?
Thank you.